But out on the highway, boy, that's a confusing place. I can't keep track of all the names of the cars. There's a lot of cars out there don't even have a name. All they got's a number. Now, that only makes sense if you're trying to get the biggest number. Give an example. Mazda's got a 323, 626, 929. Pontiac had a 1,000. Audi has a 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. Pontiac had a 6,000. Saab has a 9,000. Nissan just said to heck with it. Now they make an Infinity. Top that. Chrysler Mitsubishi's a little nuts. They got a Vision, an Eclipse, and a Mirage. A Vision, which is really something to look at. An Eclipse, that's something you shouldn't look at. Mirage, something you're not even really looking at. Is that your Mirage? I think so, but I've been fooled before. I don't know. Cars named for the heart of the big city all the way on out to the sticks. For the inner city, Metro. A little further out, Suburban. Further out still, Town Car. One that can't decide, Town and Country. A little further out, they got the Villager. Beyond that, they got the Forester. Further out, the Frontier. Beyond the Frontier, they got the Yukon, the Denali, the Tundra, and the Outback. And way the heck out there, Mercury and Saturn. Plymouth made a Reliant. I had one. They call it that because it made you reliant on public transportation, by golly. Can the cars do what their names sound like they can do? And if they can, I guess they can do a lot of different things. Get one that does what you need doing. If you're going someplace and there are no roads, get a Pathfinder or a Trailblazer. If nobody's ever been there before, you're going to need a Discovery or an Explorer. If you're a little bit lonely, I think get yourself an Escort. Or maybe an Amigo or a Sidekick. You know, shop around, look around a little bit. Frequently abducted by aliens, better get a probe. Otherwise, I hear they use their own, and you don't need that. Get the car based on the kind of trip you want to take. You want to take a short trip, get a Sprint. A slightly longer trip, a Journey. A hopeful trip, get a Quest. A long, hard trip, an Expedition or an Excursion. And if you want to stay away for years, get an Odyssey. But get the car based on how you're feeling at the time. If you want to be daring, get a Venture or an Intrepid. If you want to be a gentleman, get a Galant. If you want to go overseas, pick up a Passport. If you can't concentrate, get a Focus! If you have a large, protruding navel, get an Audi. If you like to stay in shape, get a Fit. If you sort of let it slide, get an Avalanche. If you got a score to settle, get an Avenger. If your batteries are low, pick up a Charger. And if you're in a bad marriage, for goodness sakes, get an Escape.